Hey everybody, how you doing? Ryan Riggin here. Thank you for taking the time to sit in on this webinar. We're not going to take up a ton of your time. It's going to be 15 minutes, and it's going to be 15 minutes well spent, I promise you. So everybody's talking about chatbots, right? 2018 is going to be the year of the chatbot. And in the back half of 2017, it really started to get real. People started to get serious about messenger marketing, chatbot marketing, figuring out how to deploy them and implement them into their ad strategies, customer support strategies, marketing strategies, etc. So we decided to get out ahead of it, and we ran some tests last year. I wanted to share the results of one of them with you. And after this 15 minutes, you're going to be in a position where you can take and implement this in your business using the tools that we're about to show you. And so let's dig right in. So here's what we're going to talk about today. We used a tool called ManyChat, plugged it in with Facebook ads, and today what we're going to talk to you about is we're going to kind of give you an overview of the strategy that we put in place for this particular client. We're going to talk through some key stats that we saw through this campaign, and then we're going to dig right into the nuts and bolts of the ad, the creative, the technical implementation. But before we get started, here's some of the key stats. So this was a $2,000 Facebook Messenger test, right? And full disclosure, when we start doing this, we have no idea what we're doing. But we learned a ton from this test, and we want to share it with you here today. So what we did was we spent around $2,000, okay? 1971 as of this morning, to be exact. This one ad unit was a Facebook video ad, and we'll show it to you later here. Got 914 comments, 235 shares, 369 page likes, 171 website purchases. That's sales, actual checkouts on their e-commerce store. For $15,000 and change revenue for a 7.6x ROI. So we spent $1,900. Generated $15,000 in sales. Pretty good little test, and we're in the process of implementing a bunch of these with this client and others. So here's a couple key stats. They're just industry-wide statistics that I think are really important from Statista. So if you look at email open rates and click-through rates, compare that to Messenger, the stats are staggering. So on email, you're going to get roughly 6 to 18% opens and 0.4 to 2% click-through rates. You compare that up against messenger marketing, and you're talking 80% open rates and 30% click-through rates. It's staggering, and when you apply that math across the whole funnel, it's ridiculous. So in addition to that, if you look at the growth of messenger apps, it's astounding. Messenger apps are growing faster than social networks. It seems like everyone wants to talk about social networks, and there's a lot of growth and value in social advertising and social media marketing, but Messenger is growing faster. And what's crazy is that the growth surpassed social networks. The big four messaging apps surpassed the big four social networking apps all the way back in 2015. So this isn't something that just happened. This has been going on for a long time. The long story short is that people use Messenger, people use bots to communicate, and they use them a lot. And they're embedded in their day-to-day life. People are used to communicating via Messenger, and they're used to receiving messages from brands that way. So let's get in the game. Okay, so let's dive into our strategy overview here. So I'm gonna pull up the ad actually, and we'll dive into that first. So here's the strategy. This is really simple. This was a Facebook video ad. I'm not talking like a super produced Facebook ad. This was cut with an iPhone. It's good quality, but it was really simple. It's done really quickly on a phone, uploaded to Facebook. 30-second video of these awesome Adidas wrestling shoes, courtesy of Adidas and our friends at Blue Chip Wrestling. Check them out, bluechipwrestling.com. And So the strategy goes like this. We're trying to figure out a way to get more people to engage with these ads and purchase and subscribe to our messenger audience so that we can communicate with them that way. So that was the goal. Really simple. So tactically, here's what we did. So we created this video ad and we posted it up on their Facebook page as a post, right? So it lives on their Facebook page as a post. And then we went and turned that post into an ad. We tested a couple different versions of it in terms of different audiences and segmentation and even maybe some different subject lines. And this is the idea here, is that we're asking people to comment on this ad. And to be fair, you know, I'm sure if you're listening to this webinar, you're probably reading all of the stuff about Facebook's, you know, cracking down on engagement bait and what can you do and what can't you do. The reality is no one's really sure what exactly is going to happen. We feel like this is kind of within the boundaries of what Facebook thinks is okay. And we did this in September. So the reality here, though, is the results really worked. And, you know, as that conversation about engagement bait progresses, you know, we'll keep you posted. But the tactic here was to get them to comment on the ad with the code AD10, and they'll, you know, comment on the code, and we'll reply with a 10% coupon code. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to my wife's Facebook account here because I've already done this and the automation will kick off. So hello, wife, and here's her account, and we're logged in as Missy Riggin here, and so I'm going to put in AD10, and she's going to get a messenger automation.
Oh, you just got it?
Okay, so there's the automation. There's the hey Missy, thanks for the comment. I think you said you were interested in the Adidas coupon. Is that right? And we'll show you how this is all set up in the tool ManyChat, but this is just kind of the front end of it. So if you type in yes, then Missy is going to get a awesome. Thank you. Just use the coupon code Adidas10 at checkout, and you'll see those savings add up. Don't forget, you'll get a free pair, a free T-shirt with every pair. So this link here is going to take us out to the Blue Chip Wrestling website with a link to all their Adidas shoes. So that's it. And then behind that, there's all sorts of other sequences that we have following it up. But that's the nuts and bolts. It's really fairly simple to set that up, and here's what we've got. Okay, actually, I'm going to show you. Well, yeah, we'll go into this first. So this statistics-wise, this campaign looked like this. We're going to show you right into their ad account. So you got, let's see, the key metrics are, you know, we spent $1,971, so just shy of $2,000. We saw. Let's see what we got here. We got 921 comments, 236 shares, a bunch of page likes. What that number was, 381, 172 website purchases, 803 adds to cart. So that means 800 people added something to their cart. 170 of those actually ended up checking out. These numbers are staggering. You know, this is sort of the numbers on the video views, but the real number that matters, right, is website purchases conversion value. So we spent $1,971. We drove 15,000 and change in sales. So that was a really good test. I mean, this is the first one of many, but you know, but I would consider this a really good test. And implementing this was fairly straightforward. So we're going to talk through those steps and show you behind the scenes kind of what we did. So first of all, obviously we have the ad, pretty straightforward. We put that into Facebook, and we set up a campaign with the subject line, or sorry, with this code, and then behind the scenes we've got this tool called ManyChat working. So I'm going to show you, it's called a growth tool inside of ManyChat, and we got a bunch of them going on here, but this is the one that that we were working with, there's kind of 3 key steps, I guess. So this is set up as a Facebook comment growth tool. So this is the actual ad. When the user leaves a comment, immediately fire the trigger if any of these words are put in. So this is what we were asking them to do: comment on the post with one of these variations, AD10 or any variation of that. You can kind of customize this to your heart's desire. When someone does that, then you can configure the auto response. In this case, it was, "Hey, Missy, thanks for the comment. I think you said you were interested in the Adidas coupon. Is that right?" Here's the key, is that in order for Facebook to allow you to subscribe them to Messenger, they have to interact. The comment isn't enough for them to be a subscriber. So someone has to actually interact with your bot to be considered a subscriber. So that's what this step is. So when you see this, thanks for the comment, we ask them a question. In this case, it's, "I think you said you were right," or "I think you said you were interested in the coupon," asking them a question so that they're prompted to respond. And in this case, any response is an opt-in. So, and that's really it. So once they respond, then we give them this opt-in message, which is, "Thank you, just use Adidas code ADIDAS10 at checkout." And then, as you can see, you can edit this, and there's actually a link in here. So you can customize the message and set it up to where you can add whatever you want, right? You can add a link. You can do a bunch of different things. In this case, the automation is fairly straightforward, and we've got some other more complex ones. But at the end of the day, you've got the ad. They ask them to comment, they get the response, they respond to the comment, and then they get the code. What's really awesome is that at the end of this, once they get through your whole sequence in this particular one, then you can send them somewhere else, right? So you can, in this case, we're not doing it, but you can send them to another sequence that you have set up. So if you have other ones, you can say, if they make it all the way through, then send them into this other one. It's awesome. So at the end of the day, here are the stats, and $1,900 spent, 914 comments, 235 shares, 171 website purchases, and 15,000 in sales. So if you're hearing all of the the talk about chatbots and messenger marketing and what's possible, first of all, if you own a SaaS business or an e-commerce company, retail e-commerce, or you're trying to get new leads or subscribers to engage with on Messenger, I would highly recommend this strategy, and we would love to help you with it. Okay, our business model is we help people with conversion optimization. We help them convert more traffic, convert traffic into sales, get more subscribers on things like this, and we also do high volume ad management on Google and Facebook. We're experts at it. We have a team of rock star campaign managers that does this stuff all day long. And we'd love to dive into a strategy like this for your business going into 2018. So our process works like this. Every client relationship that we enter into begins with a workshop. We can do them virtually, or in most cases, we have clients out to our office in Kansas City, and we dive into all of the things that are associated with your conversion strategy and your ad buying strategy, and we put together a plan for you, and you can take that and run with it, or you can hire us, and we would love to have you guys out to our office or on a virtual workshop with us. So what I want you to do is go to measuremedia.com and click on the Get Started button. There's a form there. That'll get to one of our sales biz dev reps, and we'll get a workshop on the calendar. You can also message us on Facebook. If you just go to facebook.com, look for Measure Media, or you can find me directly, on Facebook at Ryan Riggin. Just Google or search for Ryan Riggin. I'd be happy to put you in touch with the right people and get a workshop set up. I appreciate the time. Thank you for listening, and hopefully this was valuable. Take care.